بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ربنا زدنا علما أجمعين وعلمنا الكتاب آمين. How many people did the homework? MashaAllah.
I didn't write it, but
You read it?
I just read it. Yeah.
That's good. Alright, we'll go over the homework. I'm going to do a little bit of review first. Someone was asking to do a review of the verbs. So we're going to go from we're going to do it quickly, but we're going to go talk about the fa'il and the fi'l and stuff like that, okay? So, quick review. What, the verb, right, the fi'l, most fi'ls are how many roots? How many root letters? Three root letters, right? There's the fa kalima, the ayn kalima, and the lam kalima. Okay? What two letters or what two roots don't change in the past tense?
The first and
First and
last.
the last one, right? So the first one and the last one, they usually stay the same. Okay? With the exception, with one exception of darabu, right? But the first one definitely stays the same. Okay. So when we're writing them out and we're writing them for all of the pronouns or all of the conjugations, so we're going to start with which pronoun? Daraba means what?
He.
He
100%.
hit, right? Or he struck. So the default one that we always start with is for huwa. Huwa. So we always start with huwa, and then we say for huwa it's daraba. Okay. And we also said that every single what's it called, verb has a subject, right? So where is the subject in daraba?
It's hidden.
It's hidden, right? So you don't see it. The daraba here is all verb. There's no subject in here. When we get to the other ones, there are going to be some letters that are going to be part of the subject. So we're going to put a star here because there's no subject or it's hidden. Okay. So the next one after huwa is huma. And how do you say for huma? Daraba. So I'm gonna write the same thing daraba. But now I'm going to add a subject. What am I going to add?
Alif.
An alif. So I'm going to put that in black because I'm going to say that the subject, the fa'il, is this alif right here. Okay? Alright. When I get to hum, okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Daraba. Okay? But what's the fa'il for hum? For wow, right? So I have to put a wow after the fi'il. Okay, and this fatha changes to a dhamma, okay, to make the pronunciation flow. Okay, and because I cannot end with a wow, what do I have to put? An alif. Right? So this alif right here of darabu is not like this alif. This alif is a subject. This alif is just there to close out the word. Okay, it's a spelling rule. All right, so that's huwa, huma, hum. What's after that? Hiya. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna write the same thing, daraba, and then what do I have to put for the hiya? Ta, right? With a sukun. So why didn't I write this in red in black to denote the subject?
Because it's hidden.
It's not the subject, right? The ta is for it's called ta ta'nis. It's for making it feminine. Okay. So here there is no subject either. So the huwa and the hiya, they both have hidden subjects. Okay? And then for huma, for two females, I'm going to write the same thing, da, ra, ba. And then I have to add two things. What's the first thing I'm going to add? A ta to make it what? To make it feminine, right? Just like this hiya, the ta is for feminine. This ta is again making it feminine. Okay? And then what do I have to add to make it dual?
Alif.
An alif, right? So daraba, ta. Daraba, then we get to the hunna. And when we get to the hunna, what changes? The sukoon, right? What gets a sukoon? Lam kalima, right? The last what's it called? The root gets a sukoon. So I'm gonna write all these down. Antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, antunna, ana, and na. Right? So what's the same for all of these? When I write daraba, I'm gonna put a sukoon on the ba. The third radical always gets a sukoon. Okay, so I can just fill it out here. Darab, 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 and darab. Okay. All right. What am I gonna add for the hunna?
Na.
Na, just a noon and a fatha. Darabna, that's my fa'il. Okay, for anta I'm gonna add
Ta.
da. Okay, for antuma,
Tuma.
tuma. For antum,
Tum.
tum. And anti,
Ti.
ti. Antuma,
Tuma.
tuma. Tuma. And then for antunna,
Tunna.
tunna. And for ana,
Tu.
tu. And for nahnu,
Na.
na. Okay. So all of these are the subjects. Okay. Let's see. So what are the two ones that are hidden for subjects? Huwa and hiya. So they don't have the subject in there. But for the rest of them, if I say where is the subject, you can point to the noon, the ta, the tuma, the tum. And if I say where is the fi'l, where is the verb, then you're going to say darab. Darab is the fi'l and na is the fa'il. Darab is the fi'l and ta is the fa'il. Okay? So that's how you know both the subject and the verb. This is going to be important because when we get to the next lesson, what's going to happen is that there's going to be a sentence that's going to say darabu they hit something like al-himar. Let's say they hit the donkey. Okay? So, where is my subject?
Donkey.
No.
The Ali.
Al-himar. So, they hit the donkey. Darabu, right? So, this wow here is going to be my subject. Right? Because I have the fi'l, the verb, and the subject is both contained in darabu. Okay?
Himara, right?
What's himar?
Donkey, that's object then.
It's the object, right? So here is my subject. Here is my
Subject.
sorry. Here is my verb. Here is my subject,
Oh, okay.
and here is my
Object.
Right? They hit the donkey, so the donkey is the object of what they hit.
But Hassan, if we have said Darabu Huma Himar,
Darabu huma.
right?
Where's darabu huma here?
No, I mean Darabu Hum,
Darabu hum.
right? Darabu.
That means they hit them. So yeah. But don't worry about the object. Right now, I'm trying to focus on the subject. Okay. What if I don't want to say they hit? I want to name the people who hit it. I want to say Zaid and Amr and Khalid hit the donkey. How would I say that?
You
So I'm naming the subjects, right? So I'm saying Zayd, Zaydun, wa Khalidun, wa what did I say? Amrun.
Get cleaning, I think.
Okay, so I have Zayd and Khalid and Amr. Is that my subject, verb, or object?
These are subjects.
These are subjects, okay? What else do I need? I need my verb, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So what am I gonna put for my verb?
Darabat.
Darabu.
No, I'm gonna put daraba. Okay? And the reason for that is, I already have my subjects. I just need my verb.
Oh.
So when I don't enumerate the subjects, I can substitute, I can just put wow for the subject. But when I list them out and I say them individually, then this is my subject. So all I need is just the verb part, right? Because we said the verb part is just the daraba. Everything, whatever is added onto it is the subject. So here's my fi'l, here's my verb, here's my fa'il, Zaydun wa Khalidun wa Amrun. And then what do I need out? What else do I need?
Object.
Object, which is in this case al-himar. Okay. It's gonna take some getting used to this point, but it's gonna. I'm gonna repeat it again, inshallah. Okay. All right.
So, whenever there is a subject is specified in the verbal sentence, the verb will be, like if it's a daraba, then it's going to stay as a daraba. If it's in a sa'ala, it's going to stay sa'ala or hafiza.
So all the way that you figure this out is you say, okay, do I have where's my verb and where's my subject? Do I have my subject and do I have my verb? If you write this in color, this will make it much easier because you can just say, okay, I have my subject, so I don't need to enumerate anything else, okay? And if I don't have my subject here, then I can guess, okay, these are my subjects.
Got it.
Okay. All right, let's do some practice real quick. Let's do. Khalaqa. Okay, it's in the first column. Khalaqa means what?
Created.
He created, right? Alright, ready? Khalaqa.
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 Khalaqu.
Khalaqu.
Khalaqat.
Khalaqat.
Khalaqata.
Khalaqata.
Khalaqna.
Khalaqna.
Khalaqta.
Khalaqta.
Khalaqtuma.
Khalaqtuma.
Khalaqtum.
Khalaqtum.
Khalaqti.
Khalaqti.
Khalaqtuma.
Khalaqtuma.
Khalaqtunna.
Khalaqtunna.
Khalaqtu.
Khalaqtu.
Khalaqna.
Khalaqna.
He created.
Khalaqa.
Khalaqa. She created.
Khalaqat.
Khalaqat. They created a group of men.
Khalaqu.
Khalaqu. I created.
Khalaqat.
Khalaqtu.
Khalaqtu.
Okay, you created a man. Khalaqta. Brother Anwar,
Yes.
how about you do Rafa'a?
Rata'a.
Rafa'a means he raised.
Rafa'a.
It's on the third column.
Okay. Rafa'a.
Mhm.
Rafa'a.
Mhm.
Rafa'u.
Mhm.
Rafa'at.
Mhm.
Rafata.
Yep.
Rafana.
Rafa'na.
Rafa'na. Rafata.
Mhm.
Rafatuma.
Mhm.
Rafatum.
Mhm.
Rafati.
Mhm.
Rafatuma.
Mhm.
Rafatunna.
Mhm.
Rafatu.
Mhm.
Rafana.
Okay, huwa
Huwa Rafat.
rafa'a. Huwa
Rafa.
rafa'a. Hum
Rafatum. Rafa'a.
hum
Hum Rafan. Rafatu.
rafa'u.
Rafa'u.
Okay, anta
Anta Rafata. Rafatu.
rafa'tu. And then nahnu
Nahnu Rafana.
rafa'na. Okay, so you need a little bit more practice with that. Sister Tahira, since the other sister Tahira isn't here. Sajada, he prostrated.
Sajada,
Mhm.
sajadu.
So you want to say the hum after this.
Okay. So who at first or who at?
So we start with the sajada for huwa, and then you just follow the same pattern for sajada, sajadu.
Huwa sajada,
Mhm.
huma sajada.
Yep.
Hum sajadu.
Yep.
Hiya sajadat.
Yep.
Huma sajad. Oh wait. Huma sajata.
Sajadata.
Sajadata.
Yep.
Hunna sajadna.
Sajadna.
Anta sajadta.
Mhm.
Antum sajadtum.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, I think you
sorry.
skipped the antuma.
Antuma sajadtuma.
Sajadtuma.
Antum sajadtum.
Mhm.
Anti sajadti.
Mhm.
Antuma
Antuma.
sajadtuma.
Yep.
Antunna sajadtunna.
Yep. Hi.
Ana sajadtu.
Sajadtu.
Nahnu sajadna.
Sajadna. So he prostrated is
Sajada.
sajada, and they prostrated a group of men. Sajadu. Okay. All right, let's go to lesson 3. I think it's almost out.
3 more minutes.
2 more?
Let me just start again.
I think, yeah, you can just shut it
Yeah.
off and then start it. Actually, this lesson isn't that long. Like, it has some stuff from previous lessons. So, back of lesson 3, the English. Okay, so so what we did on Monday was, Wednesday was comparative and superlative, right? So how do you say something is smaller in Arabic?
Min.
So as
Asghar, right? So you take the pattern that's already there. So what's small? Saghirun. Saghirun. Okay. And then there's a pattern called Ism Tafdil. The pattern falls under
أفعل
Af'alu. Okay. Af'alu. And if you notice, this is also one of the patterns of Mamnu' min as-sarf. Mamnu' min as-sarf says if it's a masculine noun on a pattern of af'alu, it's Mamnu' min as-sarf. Okay? And what's Mamnu' min as-sarf? What does it mean when it's in a sentence?
it's it won't decline to.
It won't decline completely, right? So it'll get a dhamma, and then it can be a mansub with a fatha, but when it goes to majroor, it doesn't drop down. It stays on a fatha. Okay, so it stops on a fatha. Okay, but back to the pattern. So af'alu. If I want to say for saghir, how do I say it?
أصغر
Asgharu, right? So all I take is the 3 root letters, fa'ala, and I just say for saghara. Asgharu. Asgharu. Asgharu means smallest. If I want to say smaller, what do I have to add? Asgharu min, right? So if I just leave it at asgharu, then it means it's the smallest. Hada asgharu, like if I want to say, if this is the smallest pen, hada asgharu qalamin. Or actually, hada asgharu,
منك
no, asgharu qalamin, yeah. This is the smallest pen. I think it's mudaf ilayhi. Hada asgharu qalamin. Yeah, I think it's going to show some examples, we can check. But if I want to say this is smaller than something, then I have to put a min in front of it. Min usually means from, but in this case it means than, smaller than. Okay? Also, when we say something, actually, so what's the verb to know? He knew. Alima. Alima means, or he knew, or he knew. Okay? So I can take that same 3 roots and put it in this pattern to mean the most knowing or more knowing. So how would I make this into that pattern? a'lamu, right? A'lamu. So it doesn't matter that the lam has a kasra here. It's gonna follow under that pattern, okay? A'lamu. A'lamu means the most knowledgeable. So when we say Allahu a'lam, we're saying Allah is the most knowledgeable.
Subhanallah. Every now and then we say Allahu
Allahu a'lam, right?
Allahu A'lam.
So we're saying that Allah knows the most.
This class reminds me when we were in the kid, like 2 days ago. You know, every time we say Barakallah fik, right? So I was thinking, what does it mean? It's mudaf ilayhi, baraka of Allah, and fika actually, but we say fik, right? So in you, I guess, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not about today, but we'll get to that inshallah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's similar. So barakah is like Allah is blessing you in it. But it's more of a dua. So we're gonna yeah. Actually, so barakallah feek means baraka is a verb. We're gonna get to it. It's form 3. Okay. There's different forms of verbs, and baraka is a form. Okay. This is side information. You have to know this. But what are the 3 root letters of baraka? Ba, ra, and ka. Okay, like barakat, right? So from this one, form 3, every verb on form 3 will have an alif right after the first radical, right after the first root. Okay, baraka. Okay. But when you're saying baraka, Allahu, so Allah here is your subject. Allah had Allah blessed fika in you. Allah blessed you. Barakallah fika. Okay?
I was close.
Yeah.
Okay, was close.
Okay, so we have alima, right, and a'lamu. What else can you make? Some of them they won't make much sense, but yeah. Like if I use fariha, which means he was happy, right? So if I want to say the most happy, what do I say? Afrahu. The most happy is afrahu. Also there's there's alima, and then there's ali. Ali means what? Aliyun is a noun which means high. It means high, not tall. Okay. How do I make it into this pattern? So I have ala, ain, lam, and ya. So put it into this pattern of ali. A'la. Okay, so this ya is not really gonna get the dhamma, but this ya is gonna show a'la. Right? We say Allah huwal a'la. Allah is the most high. Okay? So you have a'la. There's also
So why do we say Allah huwa? With Allah we are referring he, but then again we are adding huwa.
Allahu. No, there's two names of Allah. There's Al-Ali, which is the high, and there's Al-A'la, which is the most high. So both of those are names of Allah. Al-Ali and Al-A'la. Okay?
What's the difference between the high and the most high?
They're just like they're compared. They're just extremes of like characteristics. So these are characteristics of Allah. Allah is the high, and He is the most high.
Superlative.
Sorry?
Superlative. Right?
Yeah, they're just basically ways of praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh, there's another one. Rahima. Rahima means He was merciful, right? Rahma. How do I make it af'alu? Arhamu. Allahu arhamur rahimin, right? So we say arham, Allah is the most merciful of all the merciful. Okay? Arhamur rahimin. But the pattern is arhamu. Okay?
It's just like science.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you. Every single root, you're gonna be able to form these patterns. So just like alima, if I want to make it into a subject, I'm going to put it into the pattern of fa'ilun, right? So I'm going to say alimun. Alimun. So that means someone who is knowledgeable, right? And I can do that for anyone. Saghirun, I can say someone who is also, there's another way to say this, saghirun. Okay? So all of these, basically it's like just pattern. You just fit them into the pattern and you get what you want. Okay,
So
so
if it-
all you have to know is just those 3 letters.
Well, what you said about alimun?
Alim, right? Someone who's like a scholar, someone who knows, knowledgeable. So this is also a pattern that we learned. Fa'ilun,
Mhm.
right?
Brother has
Daraba is daribun, someone who hits.
if you put a meme before any of this verb, it becomes a subject, muallim.
No, that's still ism fa'il, but it's on a different pattern.
That's still fine. Fail.
We're gonna learn that. It's gonna when you put a meme, it means you're using a different
No,
form.
I'm sorry. When you put in the parent fa'ilun, right? Then it means alimun, right?
Mhm.
It's the same, right? No. What does it mean? Like, what's the use of it?
Alima is the verb.
Right. So,
Alimun is a noun.
oh, okay, okay. So, oh, right,
It's
right.
a noun. Okay. So I can say alima alimun.
Right,
The knowledgeable person knew.
okay,
something.
right.
Actually, this is how like sometimes they teach people the ism fa'il. They say daraba daribun, alima alimun, saghira saghirun. Like this is how like when they're teaching it,
Right.
so that you learn all of them.
Oh, right, we studied it, trying to make the verb into a...
So subject is can be noun or pronoun, right?
It's yeah. If you use the fa'ilun form, it's a subject and it's it's an ism. La'iba, la'ibun. Like if you watch sports or something, then they'll say hada la'ibun, this player, right? La'ib is someone who plays. Okay, so these are all ism fa'il.
Wait, when you watch soccer, right, they have
Yeah.
to speak so fast, it's really
Yeah,
hard to
no,
catch
you
it.
won't catch it, but if you read sports news, it'll say la'ib, the player.
And they were very unique.
And then amila, the person who works, how do you say it? How do you make it ism fa'il for amila? He worked. Amil. Amil is someone who worked. Okay. What about tabi'a? He followed. So how do I make it ism fa'il? Assalamu alaikum. Tabi'un, right? Tabi'un is someone who followed. This is another name for the people who came after, who followed the Sahaba, right? So tabi'un are the people who followed. We mentioned najih when it came before. All right, so that's the first point. The second point was, how much time do we have? Let's take a couple minutes break and then we'll start the new stuff, inshallah. Okay. All right, let's go back. So we didn't read the actual text of the lesson, so we'll just go through it quickly. All right, so lesson 3, I'm reading from the back of the English key. It says, in this lesson we learned the following. Comparative and superlative degrees of the adjective. So it says adjectives in the comparative degree are on the pattern of what? Af'alu. Okay, like ajmalu means more beautiful or the most beautiful. Ahsanu means better or good or better than good. Asgharu, smaller. Aqdamu, older. Okay, so all you do is you put it in, you take any 3-letter word root and you put it in that pattern. As we have already learned, it says words are on this pattern are diptotes, means another word for diptote is mamnu' min as-sarf. So diptote means mamnu' min as-sarf. If it says triptote, it's a regular ism. If it says diptote, it's mamnu' min as-sarf. So they have no tanween. Okay, so there's only one dhamma. Okay. Okay. Af'alu is followed by min, then. Okay. So read the first example, Sister Zahra.
From page
8. You should have it in the back. Are you on lesson 3? Well, that's lesson 4. Now go back a page. Yeah, that. Yeah. So the first one says having. On the other page. Go back in there.
This one is different.
It doesn't
Yeah,
have
that's
the
the
back. There's no
So we're
back.
reading that first.
This is
the first
what
sentence.
he's talking about.
Hamidun.
That is in the back of the book.
So Hamida أفضل من بلال.
Hamidun atwalu min Bilalin. Hamid is taller. So we take tawilun, you put it in atwal. Okay. Af'alu is the same for masculine, feminine, singular, or plural. Okay. So there's no there's no change. Sister Shireen, read the next one.
Biladun atwalu min
Aminata. Bilal is
Bilal is
taller than Amina. Okay. Paul, read the next one.
الأبناء
Aminatu. Which one are you reading?
The one before it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the one before that.
أمينة أطول من بلال.
Amina is?
Amina is taller than Bilal.
Okay. And brother Najmul, next one.
Is it al-abna'u atwalu min al-banati.
Okay, what does that mean?
The sons are taller than the daughters.
So all of these, you're just using atwalu, atwalu, atwalu. It doesn't matter if it's Amina or if it's Abna or it's Banat. All you just use atwalu, atwalu. Brother Anwar, next one.
Al-banatu
Atwalu,
atwalu minnal abnani.
Abna'i.
The daughter are taller than the son.
The daughters are taller than the sons. Okay, so note the following examples wherein min is followed by a pronoun. So you can use min with a pronoun. Brother Salim, read the next one.
Anta ahsanu minni.
Anta ahsanu minni means
You are better than I.
you're better than I or me. And then it says, there's a footnote, it says on the bottom, note that in minni, the noon has shadda. There is no shadda in other pronouns, minhu, minka, minha, minhum. But minna has shadda because it is made up of min and na. Brother Afnan?
Ana aksaru minka. I am shorter than you.
Right, so qasir is short and then aqsar is shorter. Okay? Hum akbaru minna sinnan. They are older than us. They are older than we. Okay? Akbaru means bigger, right? From us, what's sinnan?
Old.
In age. Sinnan, we're gonna learn what that word is, but sinnan means, if I say huwa akbaru minhu sinnan, it means older than him in age. Okay? Next section, or the bottom says, af'alu is also used for superlative. In this case, it is followed by a noun in the genitive case. Yeah. So, if I want to say the best student, Ibrahim is the best student, I have to say, Ibrahimu ahsanu talibin. So in this case, it becomes mudaf ilayhi. So if I want to say it is the smallest pen, I'm going to say aqsaru qalamin. Okay? Best student, ahsanu talibin fil madrasati. Ibrahim is the best student in the school. Read the last one on that page, Style. Okay, what does that mean?
Al-Azhar University is the oldest university. No, Al-Azhar is the oldest university in the world.
Azhar is the oldest university in the world. And note this word down. Al-alam. Al-alam means the world. Note that it doesn't say al-alim. It's al-alam. Okay, so the al-alam means the world. Okay, so Azhar is the oldest university in the world. Next page. Fatimatu akbaru talibatin fi faslina. Fatima is the eldest student in our class. Okay. The Arabic name for both the comparative and the superlative degrees is af'alu tafdil. Actually, that's a mistake. It should be ismu tafdil. Okay. So cross out af'alu and put ismu tafdil. The last sentence on number 1.
Ismu.
Yeah, it should be ismu tafdil, not af'alu. They're saying the grammatical name for it. What is the 3-letter root in tafdil? Fa, dad, and lam.
Lam.
Fadl, right? So to make something like more, or to give it more status. Okay? think we say fazl, right, in Urdu and Bangla. All right, number 2 and 3 we've already done. Lakinna, where it says walakinna, and then number 3 is ka'anna. But let's just read them. Walakinna, number 2, but is one of the sisters of inna, so it acts like inna. What does that mean? It acts like inna.
It would be mansub.
It would be mansub, right? So if I want to say Hamidun is a doctor, Hamidun tabibun, okay, tabibun, and I want to put inna in front of it, indeed, then what changes?
Hamidan.
Hamidan, right? So Hamidun becomes Hamidan. Okay. So lakinna is a sister of inna, means it behaves the same way, but the meaning is but. Okay. Read the first sentence, Sister Shireen.
Biladun.
Bilalun.
Bilalun mujtahidun wa lakinna hamidan
Kaslan. Read the translation.
Bilal is hardworking, but Hamid is lazy.
Hamid is lazy, right? So one is mujtahidun, walakin, the other one, but the other one is lazy. Paul, read the other one.
أخي متزوج
متزوج.
متزوج
Mhm.
ولكني ولكني عزاب.
What does that mean?
My brother is married, but I am a bachelor.
Okay. Where is the ism lakinna? Where is the noun that follows lakinna?
Yeah.
The ni, right? The ya mutakallim that's
Yeah.
stuck to the lakinna is me. So in this case, the ya just, you don't put a fatha on it, okay? It's a pronoun. Brother Najmul, read the next one.
سيارتي قديمة ولكنها قوية.
What does that mean?
My car is old, but it is strong.
Okay, sayyarati, my car, qadimatun, is old, walakinnaha, but it. So notice, but it is strong. Okay. Next one is, we've also done ka'anna.
So where is the
Highlight.
maksud after the lakin?
Okay, where is the ism lakinna?
Lakin.
Ha, right? So whatever the noun follows it, it can be a pronoun too. So in this case, it's a pronoun, lakinnaha. So, and we said pronouns, they don't get fatha damma kasra, they're mabni. Ka'anna means what? As if, or it looks as if. So it's going to behave the same way. Who was next? Brother Anwar, read the first one.
كأن
Al-imama.
الإمام مريضة.
Maridun.
مريض.
What does that mean?
It looks as if the Imam is sick.
Okay, so ka'anna, when I say ka'anna, means as if. It's as if he is sick.
As if.
Okay, brother, say your next
So
one.
it's just, it looks, it came with the translation.
Yeah, ka'anna.
من هذه فتاة
Al-fatatu.
الفتاة. Who is this girl?
Mhm.
كأنها أختك.
Ka'annaha ukhtuka. What does that mean?
Looks as if she is your sister.
It looks as if she is your sister. So ka'anna just means like it resembles something. Okay? Brother Afnan, next one.
كأن هذه السيارة له. It looks as if this car belongs to him.
It looks as if this car belongs to him. Okay? Ka'annaka min al-Hind. You seem to be from India.
India.
All right. Numbers. You want to do this now? Let's leave it until Monday. We'll go over the homework and then we'll give some homework for Monday. So go to the book, the lesson. What exercise did you do for homework?
Four.
Was it easy?
Yeah, it's okay.
Alright, let's go over the homework real quick. Ready? Number 1, Hashimu Atwalu min Uthman. Okay? Why is, okay, so actually, so this is going to explain this. You say Hashimu Atwalu min Uthman. Now, why do I say min Uthman? It's mamnu min as-sarf, right? Uthmanu is a pattern of, it's a male masculine name ending in alif noon, like Ramadan, okay? Mamnu min as-sarf, so min is a harf jar, right? What does it make the ism that follows it? Majroor, right? It should be a kasra here, but because it's mamnu min as-sarf, it stays on a fatha, okay? Hashim is taller than Uthman, okay? Al-Qahiratu akbaru min al-Riyadi.
Riyadi.
Cairo is
Cairo
bigger
is
than,
bigger than Riyadh.
okay? هذا الفندق,
Ansafu.
what's nadif?
Clean.
Cleaner.
Clean, right? So anzafu means cleaner.
Cleaner.
Min
ذلك.
ذلك or ذاك. Okay?
ذاك.
What's funduq?
Kundu hotel.
Really?
Hot restaurant, I don't know.
No, funduq is, oh no, yeah, hotel.
Hotel.
Funduq. So this hotel is
Cleaner.
cleaner than that one. Okay, number 4. اللغة العربية أسهل
Salu.
من اللغة الفرنسية.
Francia. Arabic is easier.
Easier, right?
No.
أسهل is easier.
Harder than.
No. Do you know French?
It's easier. Yeah, you got it.
Arabic is easier.
Arabic is scientific.
Yeah, very precise.
Formula.
Number 5. أنا
أنا
أكبر منه.
من هو.
أنا أكبر منه. منه.
منه.
I am.
I am bigger than him.
Yeah, that's so true.
هو, the next one.
Askaru.
هو
أصغر من
من
منك.
منك.
هو أصغر منك. He is smaller than you.
You.
Okay. الرجال
أكثر
أكثر من
من الناس
النساء. The men are more than the women. Okay. أنت
أنت أحسن
أحسن من
Inni.
مني. Gotta attach those pronouns. أحسن مني.
You are better than I am.
You are better than me. الموز.
الموز
What's رخيص? Cheap or like not very pricey. أرخص
أرخص
من
Inabi.
من العنب. What's عنب?
grape.
Grape. What's
Banana.
موز?
Banana.
Banana is cheaper than grape.
Banana is cheaper than grapes. Okay. Or the banana is cheaper than the grape. الشمس
الشمس
And
أبعد.
أبعد
أبعد is farther than من القمر.
قمر. The sun is far from moon.
It's very far from the moon. Yep. Okay, number 5. اقرأ الأمثلة ثم حول الجملة الآتية على غرارها مستعملا اسم تفضيل. محمد طالب حسن. محمد أحسن طالب الفصل. So basically, you're saying the superlative degree. So you're saying Muhammad. First one example is Muhammad is the best student. So you have to say أحسن طالب. Okay. Next one, هذا بيت جميل. This house is beautiful. Now I have to say this is the most beautiful. هذا أجمل بيت. So you have to follow that convention. أجمل بيت. آمنة طالبة صغيرة. Amina is a small student. I have to say she is the smallest student. آمنة أصغر طالبة. أصغر طالبة. I don't think we have enough time to go through this.
Is homework?
Yeah, do this for homework, exercise 5. So it says read the examples and then change the jumla, change the sentence to its highest form using the ism tafdeel. Okay? Also do number 6. So 5 and 6. So number 6 says اقرأ المثالين ثم اربط بين كل جملتين فيما يلي مستعملا لكن واعلم أن لكن من أخوات إن. So read the examples and then replace the blank, the underlined, using lakinna. Okay. Yeah. So you basically have to join the two sentences and use lakinna. Okay. So just read the examples and that should be good. And actually do number 7, 6. No, 7. So 5, 6, and 7. So number 7 is the same thing with ka'anna. Okay. Actually, hold on. Well, what is number 7? من هذه الفتاة كأنه أخوك. من هذه الطفلة كأنها. What do you have to do in number 7? Assalamu alaikum. Okay, just do 5 and 6. Yeah. I'll turn this off.
Yes, so homework is
So 5 and 6, okay?